I'm Courtney Wagner, and this is In the Game. I'm here with senior golf captain from Ponte Vedra High School, Sara McKevitt. Sara, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So what got you interested in golfing?
Well, I've always been an incredibly competitive person. I've played pretty much every sport there is, but I specifically stuck with golf just because it's been such a hard sport to kind of perfect. It's always kept me very interested. I practice all the time just because I always want to get better.
Definitely, and it's one of the hardest sports there is to do, so major credit to you for that.
Yes.
How was your past season? How did it go?
It went great. We had an incredible season just as a team. We came third in states. We came first in regionals and second in districts. So we ended up beating Nice, our very competitive school, by 1 stroke at regionals. So we were extremely ecstatic as a team when it came down to that. Yes.
And how was that moment? Was there a lot of pressure beforehand? Was it more so having fun, a little bit of both?
Definitely both. Pressure just because we were like, well, we gotta beat Nice. Like it can't come down to this, we have to beat them. So our number one obviously plays first, and then we kind of go down in rank. But as we came in, we were watching everyone else, and we were like, okay guys, like hopefully everyone's playing well. We were all freaking out, wanting to play the best as we possibly can. So it was so nerve-wracking, but everyone was so excited just to be around the whole atmosphere, and then ended up seeing all those numbers kind of get put up and realizing that we won by 1 was just an incredible moment. All of us were so excited.
Well, congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment.
Thank you.
And do you have a certain athlete you kind of play your game after, or that you model your game after?
I wouldn't say like one specific athlete, but as far as like the PGA Tour goes, all of them are extremely incredible. Same with LPGA. But one specific person that's kind of stuck with me was Jordan Spieth. He's obviously very well known, very young. He's come a long way in such a short period of time. It feels like he just kind of showed up and was kind of the best. And he obviously practices so much, so I kind of see him and how he does and how he plays well, and if he doesn't play well, how he recovers from it, or how he deals with interviews after he's had a bad day, and just kind of looking at that and saying, oh, like, you know, that he's so positive even though he's had a bad day, or he's so humble when he had a great day. Like, that's just an incredible person to be able to look towards.
Exactly, especially the work ethic and the positive attitude. Those are things you can't replace. So
exactly.
I think that's a great person to look up to. And I know too, you're captain. What's it like being such a huge leader on your team?
A little stressful at times, to be perfectly honest. A little stressful. You always want to look your best, be your best, you know, be as positive as you can. You know, you want to be essentially perfect just so that, you know, you don't want to make mistakes, but yeah, like when you do make mistakes, you want to say, hey guys, like, yeah, I did this, but you know, this is what you should do to improve on my mistakes. Or I mean, even when we went to states, I was constantly trying to help everyone. We played practice round the day before our competition, our 2 days of competition, and you know, we were all kind of nervous. We have a lot of freshmen on our team, so
so a younger team,
right? Yeah, we do. I'm the only senior on our top 5, so which is just incredible because I'm gonna leave my team and then I'm gonna get to come back and see all the people that I saw the previous year, which is great. But just kind of showing everyone like, hey, like I've been through this before, like don't stress about it, like it's a huge deal, but like not all the pressure's on you. I mean, it's an individual sport, but we are still a team.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you know, you can always rely on your teammates, and we always help each other when it comes to even something technical. Like we all have coaches, but you know, we all know each other well enough to be able to help one another. So it's a stressful situation, but it's also, you know, I'm very honored to be such a great role model to everyone else.
Definitely a very rewarding position to have.
Yes, for sure.
And I know you're a senior. What are your plans for when you graduate?
To be honest, I'm not really sure yet, but as far as my major goes, I know I want to do engineering, so I'm looking at a larger kind of school. I'm not really sure if I want to play golf yet, but I'm definitely keeping those options open. I'm still going to play full junior golf schedule, but I'm definitely leaning towards academics just because I feel like that's such an important part of, you know, the whole college process, is deciding where you want to be academically strong and then kind of moving on from there and realizing, hey, like I still want to play golf, but what can I do to make that happen?
Definitely. And I know now that the season has come to an end, what's the rest of your senior year plans?
I run track, so I'm going to run track for my high school, so always trying to keep myself busy, obviously. I'm always athletic, but yes, I'm going to run track and then stay focused on academics. I'm a dual enrollment student at St. John's River State College, so I'm taking extremely hard classes there next semester to set myself up for college, but focus on that and keep focusing on golf. I'm going to play, like I said, a full junior schedule. I'll be traveling just like every other junior golfer is out there, and just trying to put up some good scores and keep playing well, and even be able to help my high school out when it comes to track. So
absolutely. And what's it like balancing 2 varsity sports with dual enrollment in your senior year academics?
Truly teaches you time management, that's for sure. You got to figure out how you're going to get everything done that you need to get done, but it comes down to, hey, like I have, 4 tests. What am I going to do? Oh, well, I'm at a track meet for, 8 hours. I'm going to have to go do my homework over there, and then when it's time to warm up, I'll do that. And then the second my event's over, got to go back to homework. So, it's time consuming, but
sure, and you stay busy, I'm sure.
Definitely.
And how did you end up getting your scores starting golfing? I know they were in the 50s, and now ending your senior year, they're in the 30s. That's a huge cut. How did you do that?
It's been a long, long process. I really only started playing golf my freshman year, which is kind of unheard of. All the girls that I face have been playing since they were tiny little 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, which is something that I can definitely say was not part of my life. I was a crazy little 3-year-old. I could not focus on golf. There was no way that was going to happen. But it has come down to just throwing myself into the sport. I practice every day. I have, I work with Jim Ragland, my coach out at UNF. I'm there every single day. Everyone there knows me by name. We're all on a first name basis, and I just practice so incredibly hard. And that's something my coach has kind of seen too. Like, hey, like she's a hard worker, and she's always going to be. But it's just come down to practicing every day and just trying to understand and learn more and more about the game. Every little bit of information that I can learn from another coach or another athlete, or even watching my peers, like, oh, she does that, like maybe I could do that better, or oh, like maybe they do that a little bit differently than I do. Why do they do that? Kind of learning the ins and outs of the game, which is definitely takes a lot longer than 4 years, which I have learned a lot, but I know I have a lot more to learn.
Definitely. Well, it's great to see you're such a leader and you're such a hard worker, and we want to wish you the best of luck when you graduate and with the rest of your goals.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Sarah.